I'm in the process of moving all of my websites to a new hosting provider, and I found a pretty neat use case for using Adobe Browserlab in order to help facilitate that transition. One of the things that you have to do is take all of your files from the old hosting provider and create a duplicate copy of all of them on the new provider. Then the next step is to go through and update your SQL databases and make sure that those are all linked together properly. I'm using a WordPress-based site here, so I needed to set that up on the new provider to use the databases that were exported from the old provider. After that's all complete, the next step is to go to your domain name registrar and update the DNS servers so that they will point to the new hosting provider instead of the old one. And typically that's where an issue comes in, because it takes anywhere from, they say, 2 hours to 3 days for the DNS servers to update across the entire globe. And I'm using right now I'm at my home office, and I'm on a Comcast server, and who knows how long this is going to take, a couple of hours, a couple of days, who knows. So one of the things I want to know is whether I'm viewing the site right now on the old host or the new host. And that's really where Browserlab can help us out. If I go into my website here and in my contact page, I've changed the color of this image on the old host, and I just kind of tinted this image red just as a visual reference so that I can say, okay, if I see this image as being red, I know that these files are being served from the old host. In Browserlab, though, I can open up my Browserlab account, and if I go to test, I can go into the URL for that site, or for that page, and, it's about, not contact. Well, I'll just copy and paste it here. Sorry, Browserlab. Okay, we'll start that again. So I type in the URL to that web page, and we'll see what Browserlab returns. And I've run this already, so I know which site it's going to load. And it seems like the Adobe Browserlab DNS servers were updated almost instantly. I updated the DNS servers at my registrar, and then a couple of minutes later I came to Browserlab, and sure enough, it's loading the new page from the new hosting provider, and I can tell that instantly because it's loading the black and white image that is originally on the site instead of the one that is tinted red that I uploaded to the old host. So again, when I'm viewing it just in my Safari browser on my desktop, and I go to this website, I'm using the DNS server from Comcast, which hasn't been updated yet, and that's why I'm seeing this red image. But if I go into Browserlab, Browserlab's DNS servers have already been updated, so they're pulling files from the new host, and I'm seeing the black and white image here. So that's just one of the ways that I can use Browserlab, and it was actually very helpful because at first, when I first tried to load this, I found out that I had an issue with my database not loading. So I was able to tell that and fix it before Comcast even updated the DNS servers that I could see at home. So by using Browserlab, I was able to identify that there was a problem and fix it long before Comcast even updated it so I could see it at home.